In this lesson, I'm going to explain how to complete page 1 of the career research document. In a previous lesson, I reminded you how to log into the Pathful Explorer website and how to appropriately pick a specific version of the career research document to work on. As a reminder, you are always welcome to complete the research on paper. Just make sure you submit a photo of each page to the appropriate assignment in Canvas, or the next best option would be to complete this Google Doc version. You can easily obtain the template by clicking on the link, making sure you're signed into your school Google account, and then making a copy of the document, and then saving that in your transition folder in Google Drive. But for now, I'm going to simply walk through completion of page 1 of the document. Please make sure you put your name at the top, the date, and your class hour. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to complete page 1 for the career of an electrical engineer. So notice I wrote the title of the career with proper capitalization and spelling. The title of the career can easily be found on the Pathful Explorer website. Once you've logged into the Pathful Explorer website, you should see a page like this. One of the easiest ways to get to any careers that you have already favorited is to click on the Careers tab, click Career Profiles, and then click the blue option that says Favorites. Now I can see all of the careers that I have favorited, which you were instructed to do in a previous lesson video. You'll notice I have electrical engineer on the bottom left, so I'm going to click on that card and then click one more time to open up the full career profile. We're going to use a lot of the information on this page to help us complete page 1 of career research. Another website we're also going to use, which you'll note is linked on the instructions page as well, is Career One Stop. If you click on that link, it should take you directly to the Explore Careers page of Career One Stop. If instead you choose to Google Career One Stop, it might take you a couple of more clicks before you arrive at this page. And I'm going to draw your attention to this blue box in the bottom right-hand corner, where you will then type the name of the career exactly as it appears on the Pathful Explorer website. Depending on the career you've selected, you may need to be creative and ask for help from a friend or an adult in order to determine a career that is very similar and will provide the same information on this website as what you would be able to obtain on the Pathful Explorer website. You'll notice though electrical engineers is an option on this website. When I press the blue search button, it will take me directly to the profile page for electrical engineer. So we're going to use a combination of the information on the Pathful Explorer website, the Career One Stop website, and a couple of Google searches in order to complete page 1. Returning to the document, you'll note that the first prompt tells us to, in our own words, describe this career. I would like you to please skip this step at first and complete research on page 1 before you go back and answer this. Your response to this should be at least one full complete sentence with proper capitalization, spelling, and grammar, and should provide a nice summary of what somebody in that career does. Imagine describing the career to someone who has never heard about it before. We'll return to that though. The next thing is to list the job duties or responsibilities of this career. And for most of the careers, this can easily be found on the Pathful Explorer website under the heading Tasks. I'll notice that card in the middle there says Tasks. I would like you to read through each task, making sure you ask for help if you don't know what a particular word is or don't understand what it means. And you need to write 4 of these tasks in the job duties responsibilities part of the research document. At least 1 or preferably 2 of the tasks should be written in your own words, but the other ones may be mostly copied from the website. I'm going to read through a couple of these and demonstrate how I can write them in my own words. The first says to confer with engineers, customers, or others to discuss existing or potential engineering projects or products. And in thinking about that, I know that it's talking about collaborating with other engineering professionals in order to discuss potential projects. So I'm going to write that as a particular task. So collaborate with other professionals, usually other engineers, on engineering products and projects. It's a big part of being an electrical engineer. I need to now find 3 more tasks to write about. If you want to write each of them in your own words, that would be awesome, but it is not required. You'll notice the second bullet point says design, implement, maintain, or improve electrical instruments, equipment, facilities, components, products, or systems for commercial, industrial, or domestic purposes. The reason there are so many things listed in that single task is because the career of an electrical engineer will vary depending on who your employer is, commercial, industrial, or domestic, where you're working in an equipment, a facility, and then what sorts of items you're working on, like electrical instruments, products, components, or systems. So I'm going to summarize that particular task instead of writing all of that information, and just simply note that an electrical engineer will design, implement, maintain, or improve electrical engineering products. And depending on the project that an electrical engineer is working on at any given time, they may be doing any combination of those tasks. I now need to find 2 more job duties or tasks. The third bullet point says to operate computer-assisted engineering or design software or equipment to perform engineering tasks. So you have to be able to operate computer programs and design software. If you're unable to come up with enough tasks that you would like to write about, just using the information on the Pathful Explorer website, you could also find tasks on the Career One Stop website. If you scroll down, not everything's in the same order depending on the career, but if you look for activities, that will tell you something that you might do in a day. And you'll notice that the Career One Stop website for this particular career is actually a little simpler than what was on Pathful Explorer. So this might be easier to use to actually write some of the job duties down. But you'll notice one of them, we've already written about discussing designs and conferring with technical personnel. You could put test products for functionality or quality. You can also write about all of the job duties just from one of the websites. You don't have to use information from both. That is not a requirement. Just make sure that you write at least 4 job duties and that at least one of them, preferably 2, is written in your own words. So now I have completed the first part of this career research page. Next, I need to identify skills that are required for this career. Depending on the career, there may or may not be this information available on the Pathful Explorer website, but if I scroll down, I'm noticing that this is available for the career of electrical engineer because it's a relatively popular career. And in this case, all you need to write is what is in bold, just the skill. You don't need to write the explanation of the skill. So for example, the first skill is writing, and then the second is reading comprehension. So I can write writing and reading comprehension. You do not need to elaborate or explain each skill. You simply need to write the part that is in bold. This information is also available on the Career One Stop website under Skills, and you'll notice that this is pretty similar to what is appearing on the Pathful Explorer website. So maybe I also want to write critical thinking and problem solving. Once again, you just need the title of the skill. You do not need to explain what the skill means. So this would be perfect to receive full points on this section of the assignment. Next, it asks us to list 2 occupations or careers with similar or related job duties. The easiest place to find this information is first on the Career One Stop website. I'm looking for related occupations. If I scroll down, it will typically be near the bottom, in this case in a purple card, and I can see several different related occupations that the website's providing. If I click on more occupations, I can see even more. All you need to do are pick 2. So perhaps mechanical engineers and electrical and electronics repairers. make sure that you have proper spelling. If it takes you a little bit longer to complete this assignment, that is totally fine, as long as you're taking your time to make sure that this information is spelled correctly, because you can get it directly from the website. So it should be spelled exactly as it appears on the website. If your particular career on Career One Stop does not have the related occupations card, another option is, from the Pathful Explorer website, to identify the cluster in which the career exists, and then look at other careers that are in that cluster. So if I go back to my careers, and then back to all of the career profiles, and I scroll down and look at other careers in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics category, I can look through and note that maybe being a software engineer would be similar. Being a meteorologist is not quite as similar as an engineer, so I'd maybe want to keep scrolling until I found something that's a little closer, but maybe being a mechanical engineer in the aerospace industry would also be a related career. So, if absolutely necessary, you can use the information on the Pathful Explorer website to find related careers if it's not available on Career One Stop, but my recommendation is to first look at Career One Stop. Lastly, we need to identify at least 2 companies or organizations that we could work for. This is easily accomplished by a quick Google search where you simply search companies for and then type the name of your career. Make sure that when you're looking through different companies that you actually list the name of the company and not the job title, especially if you go to a website like Indeed.com. Because notice, Indeed first and most prominently displays the title of the job, Electrical Engineer 5, and in smaller font says Nexeo Staffing, which is actually the particular company or organization. You can use a variety of different websites in order to find out companies you could work for. It is up to you regarding whether or not you want to choose companies that are local or here in the state of Utah, or companies from another state. What's cool about Indeed is you'll notice it's already displayed several different companies that are here in Cache Valley that you could work for as an electrical engineer. However, the general Google search has provided us with names of a couple larger, more popular companies that you could work for as an electrical engineer, but maybe not here in Cache Valley. So I'm going to do a combination of both. I will write Lockheed Martin, popular aerospace manufacturer, and then I'm going to use that information I noted earlier on Indeed.com, Nexeo Staffing, to write Nexeo as the other company or organization that I could work for as an electrical engineer. Now we need to return to the top part of the document and write at least one full complete sentence explaining what an electrical engineer would do. And based on the information that I've gathered in this lesson video, I would note that an electrical engineer researches, designs, develops. Again, I'm going to pull from a couple of the job duties as well as the skills in order to help me write this, and or tests different types of electrical components. Again, what you write here should be a good summary overall of what somebody in that particular career does. So I wrote that an electrical engineer researches, designs, develops, and or tests different types of electrical components. There are many other things which an electrical engineer does, but that's a really good overview of that career. And that's how you will complete page 1 of career research.